Kill me, I'm here! Kill me!
Doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Demolition Man, a 1993 action movie starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. For those of you who aren't aware of this movie, basically Stallone's character is a guy by the name of John Spartan, who's an ardent police officer, and Wesley Snipes plays Simon Phoenix, who's an ardent criminal, and they hate each other and they come to blows, and they have an event where they both are blamed for the killings of many, many people, and they're put in prison. But in this world, there's Cairo prison, where they basically are frozen and to be woken up at a future date, and they're supposed to be during that time being rehabilitated, given skills that will help them in their new life, like John Spartan, Stallone's character, is taught to crochet. However, something goes wrong and somebody programs it so that Wesley Snipes' character becomes a battle-hardened warrior that could destroy the city. And when he gets woken up early and starts taking over the world, everybody doesn't know how to deal with it, because in the future all violence has been negated, and there's no swearing, there's no violence, there's no sex or practical sex, there's none of that stuff. It's all very, very peace-ridden, so they don't know how to handle a criminal like Simon, so they wake up John to try to deal with him, and it just goes from there. And it's just, there's definitely some very, very goofy elements like this, like the aforementioned 3 seashells, where they're introducing you to this world and creating some stuff that are there just to kind of give you an idea of how ridiculous that things have gone. Like when I talked about the sex, you find out when Sandra Bullock, who plays the love interest of Stallone and a fellow police officer, when she invites him back to her hotel room or apartment or what have you, and they decide that they're going to get down, and instead of actually having sex, they put halos on their head to make it so that they're experiencing almost like a video game version of sex that they're both having together, and that's how they have the pleasure in the future. Or the fact that there's only one restaurant that exists anymore, and it's Taco Bell. There's no more mom and pop shops or other fast food restaurants or three-course dining. It's all Taco Bell everywhere. All this stuff serves no purpose other than to let you know what the type of world you're living in, and give you some kind of texture and some kind of layers to the society. And I actually think that is a lot of the charm of this movie. Now, the actual action itself, I think, is all really quite well done. Like, it's really cool to see how nobody around them knows how to cope with any of these situations, and immediately flees. And then there's moments where you see some future weapons, because this movie does take place pretty far in the future, so they set it up where basically in the intervening years there were some new weapons created, so you get introduced to some new weapons, that's always cool. And there's just some really good stuff in this movie. There's some good supporting roles. Like I talked about Sandra Bullock, Dennis Leary, Rob Schneider is actually good in a movie for once. There's just a lot of stuff going on in this movie. Benjamin Bratt's really entertaining too. There's a lot of stuff going on that I think is really, really entertaining. It really comes down though to the chemistry between Snipes and Stallone, who I think really, really work fantastically together. And you can tell that there seems to be a sincere friendship between them, which actually works to make them really good enemies, if that makes any sense. And I really dig the heck out of this movie. And I think that it is a forgotten gem by a lot of people. I mean, don't get me wrong, it definitely has a fairly sizable fan base, but I think there are a lot of people who have forgotten it, because you never see it really listed amongst Stallone's best movies, because you're always talking Rocky and Rambo, stuff like that. This movie, to me, is definitely in the running as one of his most interesting films, because for no other reason than just the world it creates is very, very interesting and fascinating. And there's another element that I think is really cool, where they reveal that in the future, instead of listening to music, they're listening to old commercials, radio commercials. That's what they find fun. Like they're singing the Armored Hot Dog song, and all that stuff really builds a world that I think is really quite fascinating to see. And I thought really they put a lot of thought into, which I give them all the credit in the world for. I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I really think if you're an action film fan and you haven't seen it, you definitely should. So those are my thoughts on Demolition Man. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'll let you know when I put out a new video, and that would be awesome, so you could come and join the conversation. And no matter what, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let other people know there's a video exists, so hopefully they come and subscribe, because I absolutely love having that happen. Other than that, have yourself a nice day.